Hey, it's Garbrek here with another Elder Scrolls Online video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the non-disclosure agreement that a lot of people didn't even realize they were signing when they did their beta sign-up. When you go to sign up for the Elder Scrolls Online beta, it's actually located at the very bottom of the page saying, do you accept the non-disclosure agreement and the privacy policy? Most people I spoke to said, well, I only signed the privacy policy, I didn't realize I signed the NDA. So what I'm going to try to do in this video is help explain what the NDA is and what you signed. So what the NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. And what that means to you is what can you do while you're playing the game in the closed beta? What can you say? What can you take pictures of? What can you write about? Well, in short, nothing. So I'm going to put the link for the NDA in the description in the bottom. But I'm also going to kind of explain to you what it says in the NDA. So the first section of the NDA is just explaining that you read and understood the NDA. Which is kind of funny because, like I said, most people didn't even know they signed it. It says that you have to be over the age 18 or more in order to participate. It also says that you cannot provide any third-party company or people with information. So that includes screenshots, what it looks like, what's the UI look like, what kind of features, mechanics are there, any NPC names, anything like that you can't give out. You can't take screenshots, write articles, or use anything within the game unless you have written permission from ZeniMax. So if you do wish to write an article, or if you want to put a screenshot on your website or something like that, you have to get permission from ZeniMax. In order to do that, all you have to do is email community@elderscrolls.com, or sorry, community@elderscrollsonline.com. You can't bash the game or the developers, strictly because they want to make sure that the people that are playing the game realize that, hey, this is a privilege you have to play this game. You don't have to be bashing us. I mean, they've worked really hard on this, and really, if you're gonna bash them, why even play the game? It's not worth it. If you don't like it, then don't play the beta anymore. You don't have to. You can go in, you can try to play it. If you don't like it, then just step out and let someone else play. This one here is an interesting one. It says, if you provide ZeniMax Online with a comment, suggestion, feedback, or anything like that, so if you run into a quest, a mechanic, or a feature, or an NPC, and you say, hey, you know what, this might work this way, I seem to be having a problem with this, blah, 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 they might take that suggestion and throw it in the trash, or they might actually take it and implement it. Now, when you provide them with that feedback, that is now their property. As soon as you click send, it becomes their property. It's as if they thought of it and they created it. I'm not saying you won't get credited for it, but don't hold your breath. In all honesty, you probably won't, but you never know. There's a slim chance you might. Let's see, what else was there? You won't get paid, obviously. I mean, we're public testers in a closed beta. Of course, we're not going to get paid. You have no ties to ZeniMax Online Studios. You are not a contract. You are an individual who's just playing the game to help polish it. You are probably one of the most important people when it comes to how the game plays at release. Everything within the game is obviously property of ZeniMax Online. There's no question about that. I mean, you can't go into it and be like, hey, this is mine, I made this. No, if you're playing in the game world, it is property of ZeniMax Online Studios and Bethesda Softworks. The next section is about the non-disclosure of confidential information. So it basically goes into detail explaining to you what the confidential information is. Essentially, it's everything. Everything from the logos right down to the color of the grass. 100% confidential. You cannot discuss it until the NDA is lifted. Now, there's certain aspects of this that will continue after the NDA is lifted. The section saying you can't make money commercially. You can't profit commercially from it. You cannot copy the game, modify the game, disassemble, reverse engineer, or decompile the game. It's their property. You can't just take it apart and take snippets of it and put it into a competitor's game or anything like that. Again, that's extremely common. You can't do that with any program or anything like that. They don't authorize you to decompile anything, so that's standard. There's no warranty. So if they do release the beta, well, not if, when they do release the beta and you install it and it has a memory leak and your computer catches fire, not their fault. I mean, it's technically their fault, but because you signed this and you agreed to it, it's not their fault anymore. Now again, it's not like it's going to happen. Stop thinking like that. That's silly thinking. Don't think like that. Let's see. You agree to not complain if ZeniMax changes features in the game or on their website or on their forums. So if they change something graphically, they remove an NPC, they change a quest, they change a mechanic, it's their game, they're allowed. You don't have any say in that area. If you violate any of the terms and conditions within the NDA, they can sue you. They can charge you. They can do whatever they want. I mean, you violated their terms and conditions. But any fees occurred, you have to pay. So they'll sue you, but you have to pay for them to sue you. Again, it sounds bad, but it's standard. It's normal. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's about what the NDA entails, and pretty much you can't really give out any information. You cannot say you're a beta tester. If you are given the opportunity to become a beta tester, you cannot go to your Facebook and say, hey, I'm a beta tester, or you can't Twitter and go tweet beta tester me equal win. You can't do anything like that. You can't even tell your pet dog that you're a beta tester. It's just to help protect you from being hacked or anything like that, someone trying to get your information. It also helps ZeniMax from not being spammed constantly, but they probably already are. So what they will do is they will announce that they are sending out. They've sent out the first wave of invites. They'll say this on their Facebook, their Twitter, their Google+, their website. So you'll know, but you won't know who got them. And again, that's exceptionally standard. So yeah, like I said, other than that, that's pretty much it. If you get in, you're one of the lucky few. If you get in, make sure you are providing ZeniMax with feedback. Anytime you do a quest, a mission, objectives, there's going to be a bug report system. But anytime you finish a quest, it's going to ask you, hey, what did you think of this quest? Do you have any feedback or anything like that? Make sure you're filling it out accurately. Don't just select ones. Don't just select fives. Make sure you read the questions and fill it out as best as you can, because that's the feedback they need in order to make sure the game is polished. I mean, there's games out there that could have been a lot better than they were had they have stayed in closed beta a little bit longer and actually had a little bit better beta testers. So